let's just jump right into it. Today's title is Andrew Wilson's Marriage, a Lesson in Perspective and Context.
What part of me marrying a woman who was divorced goes against my worldview?
You say gnarly things about promiscuous women and that they're disgusting.
That's not promiscuity.
You say 3 baby daddies? Yes, that's promiscuity.
Wait a second. Help me out here. How many times have you had sex?
I couldn't count.
How many different partners have you had?
Certainly under 10.
Yeah, and she has three long-term relationships, and I'm one of them. Chuck, you've way more.
None of them got me pregnant.
Yeah, well, who cares if they did? He would just abort the kid.
I mean, yeah, but
because you're just a sick.
I'm not a sick.
You're a sick.
I think it's crueler. I think it is crueler to have children when you are unprepared and bring them into an unsafe household. I think that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll make sure to let my stepkids know that they shouldn't have been brought in the world because Chuck wishes that her mom killed them. Because then she couldn't say he had 3 baby daddies, could she?
Go ahead and tell them.
I'll go ahead and tell them, Chuck. I'll let them know, Chuck.
But it's every time you talk about how older women are undesirable, women with pasts are undesirable.
That's not what I say.
And then you are dating a woman. You are married to a woman. You are in love with a woman.
Can you tell me what my position is?
I've seen your tweets.
What's my position?
I've seen the way that you speak to sex
workers. Can you tell me what my? Was my wife a sex worker?
No.
No.
She has 3 baby daddies.
Okay, so not a sex worker?
No, not a sex worker.
Okay, great. So she had 3 long-term relationships and did what she was supposed to do when she's married, which is have children.
Yeah, and how did that turn out for her?
It turned out great. She ended up with me.
She got half her tongue ripped out. That's what you
yeah,
said.
but she's been with me for almost, what, fucking 18 years? What's your longest-term relationship, Chuck?
3 years, but I'm in my
3
20s.
years. 3 years and 10 guys. Well, you got a way to go, Chuck.
But I'm also in my 20s.
I married her when I was in my 20s. With her. What do you mean?
And see, this clip blew up all over the internet. And most of the takes I've seen, in fact, all of them I've seen, have been wrong in my opinion. I'm going to tell you why. Perspective and context. First of all, if a woman has been with 3 partners and she married all 3 and had a child with all 3 of them, is that promiscuity? The answer is no. Now, if a woman has been with 3 guys and she wasn't married to them and she had 3 children with them, is that promiscuity? Yes. This is where perspective and context comes into play. Now, everybody wants to paint Andrew Wilson a certain way, and so they think this was a got you moment because his wife has 2 children by 2 ex-husbands and a child with him. It's supposed to be some kind of got you moment. But in actuality, they've been together 18 years. So if I look at his wife's track record, and let's say what she's saying is true, that she's only been with 3 guys, then she is a lot more exemplary as a woman than a lot of women out here today, because she chose to get married to have a child. It didn't work out, but she chose to have a child with her husband, which is what you're supposed to do. And so Enemy of Charlie over here brings that up as if she was just out in the streets having children, when in actuality, she was married to all the men that she had a child with. Now, Enemy of Charlie admits that she would have an abortion and that also she's been with multiple partners. Now, from a social standpoint, her marriage value is higher because she doesn't have any children. But the problem with that is that she's a murderer. She would be considered a murderer. Not in her case, but these women out here don't have children. It's because they had abortions. So me, for example, I don't have any children, but it's because I've had multiple abortions. So do I get a pass because I don't have any children? Absolutely not. I don't have any children due to me being a murderer. Just like her, I'm assuming when she decides to, I guess, get married or have children, she'll probably have had an abortion. I'm not giving someone credit for not having children in the dating market if you had to be a murderer to do it. Again, this is about context and perspective.
I don't think your wife has 3 baby daddies and has been married twice before.
And you you lick sniz.
Hi, so that's me in the video. I am the snizlicker, the snizzler, if you will. This video is making the rounds again on Instagram and Twitter, so I just wanted to clarify a few things. I don't take any issue with Andrew Wilson's wife, having 3 baby daddies and having been married multiple times before. I don't think it's immoral. I'm a feminist. What I do take issue with is the fact that Andrew Wilson built his platform off of shaming and humiliating women for their past sexual conduct. If Andrew Wilson met a woman like his wife with 3 baby daddies on the whatever podcast, he would shame her, call her a hoe, and tell her she's damaged goods and essentially unlovable, like he's done to many women before in the past. What I want people to take away from this clip is not that Andrew Wilson is a cuck or that Rachel Wilson is a hoe. I want people to understand that they are hypocrites, and that if you're going to marry a woman with a past, then you should give other women the same grace that you give your wife. Let he who is without sin be the first to throw a stone, or whatever Jesus said. I don't know. I'm not the staunch Christian Andrew Wilson claims himself to be.
So again, what she's saying is out of context. So when she says 3 baby daddies, her 3rd child is with Andrew Wilson, who she's currently married to. So now we narrow it down to 2 children who she had by ex-husbands. It doesn't sound the same if you say she has 2 children by 2 ex-husbands. It doesn't sound the same. 3 baby daddies makes it sound good because it sounds sensational, when in fact she actually doesn't have any baby daddies. She has ex-husbands. This is why I contacted a woman that had a child with her husband. Now, Andrew Wilson decided to marry this woman. They've been together 18 years. So whatever gamble he took, whatever grace he gave, whatever he did, it seems to be working. Now, the women that Andrew Wilson is talking about on these podcasts are women that are out here sleeping with random guys. The women that he's talking about are women out here as sex workers. So he's talking about sex workers, women on OnlyFans, pornography, women out here sleeping with random men without being married. Like, he's talking about those type of women. Again, context. And I'm going to say this again. Even though your dating market value was higher with no children, to me, it doesn't count if you had to be a murderer to do it. So having abortions to maintain a high dating market value, to me, doesn't count. I'm sorry. It just doesn't count.
You thought
Let's continue.
Then what did he do wrong? You do not sound like a person with a college education. And since you lost and you got humiliated, you thought the thing to do would be attack me. And where did you get the idea that I'm promiscuous? I've spent my entire adult life only in 3 long-term committed relationships, one of which is a almost 20-year relationship with Andrew. Now we're like 18 years in.
She gets on the phone and immediately tries to insult Charlie's intelligence. You do not sound like a person with a college education. Like, girl, your husband just panicked out you mid-meltdown. Relax. Then she tries to explain away the 3 baby daddies by saying she had 3 long-term relationships. Rachel, please hear me clearly. Nobody cares. Your past is fine. The problem is that your husband made it a whole personality trait to shame a woman with your exact same past. I mean, your husband said it best. In his world, you would not be the first choice of someone to marry. And with all that nonsense he just said, this dude goes out and marries someone that doesn't just have 1 baby daddy, but 3 baby daddies. Brother is cooked. But what do you guys think?
So again, he married a woman that had 2 children from 2 ex-husbands. That's not the same as marrying a woman that has 3 baby daddies. Again, you have to make it sound sensational to get people to bite, but it's out of context and from the wrong perspective. Andrew Wilson is going against women who are promoting things that are anti-marriage, anti-family, anti-saving yourself for marriage, anti pretty much what you would consider a Christian relationship, where it's Jesus, it's the man, woman, and a child. That's what he's going against. He's going against women that promote this, what we call prostitution culture or stripper culture or just liberation through sex culture. That's what he's going against. He's not talking about women that were married and had children. But that's all I have for today. Just perspective, context. Let me know what you all think. Love you all.